My name is Brittni Wilson, and I read the book The Elements of Leadership: What You Should Know by Sarah J. Noonan. Sarah J. Noonan was an associate professor of educational leadership at University of St. Thomas, Minnesota. She teaches graduate level classes in leadership and educational administration and held many leadership positions such as assistant superintendent of schools, curriculum director, program specialist for State Department of Education, and director of gifted education. Why was the book written? It was written to educate people that it is an advantage to think about leadership in many different ways. The audience that I think that should read this is people who want to learn how to become an effective leader and people who want to take a leadership role. A brief summary of the book is that Sarah Noonan tries to help the reader see that there are many elements of leadership and they vary with many different settings. She wants to educate people about the situations and the followers help the leaders make decisions and shape the leader. Okay, the book has two different parts, and the first part is defining the elements of leadership. The first one was leaders. She was explaining that leadership is what leaders and members do together. Leaders initiate conversation to help make the members and leaders accomplish the goal. Leadership capacity is what you can offer to others as a teacher in any given situation and consists your knowledge, skills, and social qualities. We learn some of the lessons of leadership from our experience, and the rest we learn from others. Members. Leadership is a group strategy and a collective action between leaders and members. Leaders can't lead without followers. She selected the team member in the elements of leadership to challenge the stereotype view of followers as passive and mindless drones. Real differences in power, authority, responsibility, status, and privilege leader and members must be acknowledged. Versatility and the situation. Versatility leaders initiate and orchestrate processes to address problems or locate opportunities to uncovering the unique requirements of situations and capitalizing on the talents and collective knowledge of the membership to identify strategies to take action. The situation refers to the unique characteristics and task requirements of any novel section where acts of leadership and participation are needed to solve problems, take advantage of opportunities, or both. She explained that groups, organizations, communities, and she also tells us about a survival story. So, the survivor story was talking about how people walk across coals when they're on fire, and she said that this is a way to conquer both fear and support as a team. And the theory of this is to build individual confidence and group cohesiveness through stimulated survival experience. Groups, organizations, and communities serve as the backdrop stage where leadership occurs. Change and the future. Leaders encourage and change work understand that the nature of change can vary dramatically and affect what type of leadership is needed. So she's saying that when things change drastically, then that can change how your leadership is completely. You just have to change it and work with it. No one can save us from change, and the key of thinking about future is to become aware of the present and how it can come to be as it is. Okay, the second part, it teaches us about applying the elements of leadership. So the first one is discovering the authentic leader in you. She says that you grow as a leader based on the choices you make and the knowledge and skills that you gain from the experience of life. So the experiences you go through life make you who you are and like a leader that you are, and helps shape what kind of leader you're going to be. And then when you're leading your life, when you're living your life, make sure that you're not allowing the events of your life to lead you. So make sure that you're always in charge of everything in your life and don't let things ever lead you or take over you. Transitioning to leadership. Transition is the adjustment that people go through to respond to a significant change. Leadership is a relationship with people, and successful leaders know how to build relationships and gain the support of others. She also described a lot that listening is a skill and it requires practice, that you can't just become a listener by just listening, a good listener by just listening. It takes skill, and you need to learn how to listen effectively. And the last one was the practice of leadership. The development and participation of people in leadership expands what is possible and contribute to our future survival. Leadership, like love, is an activity that improves with practice. So she reiterates that being a leader, it doesn't just automatically come natural, that it takes practice and you learn from things from your life and you keep growing as a leader throughout your life. And it changes from experience and what you've done and things that happen in your life. My critical analysis was that I thought that it was a very good book, and it had a lot of information. It included a lot of personal examples from when she was a superintendent and worked with kids, and how she became how the leader she is today because of all her jobs. And she also cited all her sources after each chapter, which I really liked. It confirmed information we learned in class, because it did say that leadership, it grows and it changes with your experiences that you've had. It explained the information very well and clearly, so you can emulate it yourself. So the tips she gives you, you can take back with you so you can become a better leader. I didn't really like that she used so many personal experiences, because I think that she should have used other people's experiences, so it wasn't just all complete her opinion. And she organized the book very easily, and it was very easy read, so anyone could read it. And I chose this book because I thought that it would help me in my life become a better leader. So whenever I get a job or like my next classes, I can be a better leader, because I didn't really think that I was a good leader so far, because I didn't know exactly how to be a good one. And I would definitely recommend this book to anyone that wants to work on their leadership skills or become a leader themselves.